runner moving in. Let's get to it.
Alright YouTube, what is going on? Old Man Mesa here, back at it with some Destiny. So the Bungie weekly update just dropped, and it is all about guns, 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 and the Taken King. We got a lot to talk about. Gameplay in the background is from the Taken King, the alpha, whatever, pre-alpha build, whatever you want to call it, that Bungie Activision kindly allowed me to record when I went out to E3. And also the gameplay split between myself, Arix Gaming, and James Wizite. Their links, the links to their channels will be in the description. Now, in a nutshell, we're getting the largest amount of weapons we've ever gotten with any expansion, including the original base game. Now, I'm going to annotate on your screen a video I did about a week or two ago, I think, where I go through all of the perks that were on all of the weapons that I was able to play with when I captured all this footage. Now, the first brand, I'm going to pronounce it Hakke, and that's only because I think it's funny. I don't know how to pronounce it. Everyone on Twitter is asking Deej and everyone else how to pronounce it. I'm going to call it Hakke. It sounds kind of Yiddish or something, even though I'm not Yiddish. But Hakke was what I was using for the most part, not in this gameplay. If you go back and watch my Mayhem Clash video, I was using the AR and also the shotgun. And they definitely revamped all the sounds, looks, and feel. They all felt different. I felt like I was playing Destiny 2. That's why, like I said in those first videos, this does not feel like an expansion. But the auto rifles, man, they sounded, looked, and felt almost kind of like a Call of Duty type weapon. But whoa, hold on. Before you jump to conclusions, it's not a bad thing, okay? Because we can all kind of say that the weapons from the House of Wolves and the Dark Below, and even the base game, all kind of sound the same, look the same, kind of feel the same, except for the exotics. So with regards to Hakke, it's not about looks, it's all about function, okay? And I'm going to read some of this verbatim here for you. It says, on the Hakke, is that funny when I say it like that? I don't know. I'm going to get shit for this, I bet. On the Hakke talent grid, you'll see a simplified set of scopes that work best for the weapon, front-loaded perk nodes with the stat upgrade options occupying the final column. Then they also talk about their pulse rifle. Now, I didn't get to use it. We only had the Suros pulse rifle available to us, I believe. But for the Hakke, it says pulse rifles fire a burst of 4 rounds with damage adjusted to match the DPS of a 3-round burst, meaning the pulse rifle rounds do less individually but are equal as a group. Fire time between bursts is slightly faster. Now this excites Mesa Fail because I love pulse rifles. Ever since the auto rifles were destroyed in the last patch, even though they're coming back, and that's going to be a separate video this weekend, I love pulse rifles, okay? That's all I use in PvP, and for the most part, I use a lot of them in PvE as well. So, alright, let's move on to the next brand. Alright, next up, you should be familiar with, which is Omolon, and you should be familiar with it because they make Hardlight. Now, they're basically the complete opposite of Hakke. And I thought Truth was also made by Omolon, but I looked it up, it's not. I just feel like Truth kind of looks like well, it looks like it's made by the same manufacturer as Hardlight. But, alright, here it is in a nutshell. I'm just going to read this verbatim. Experimental, bordering on irresponsible, powered by barely understood technology, a fusion of the mad scientist and product engineer of the new frontier. Hallmark is the liquid ammo displays and Omolon power cells. Omolon is the future returned. Now let's read the tactical analysis. Okay, so pioneers of energy weaponry, Omolon is the first foundry to experiment beyond the world of combustion and ballistics. Sporting lighter ergonomic frames, Omolon weapons all start with a generous base handling stats to build from. Now on customizations, alright, check this out. So Omolon talent grids focus on behavioral perks over stat customization. Legendary talent grids are the only weapon that offers 3 perks. 1 as the first non-scope upgrade, and 2 as a binary choice in the final column. Perk selection favors perks that are energy-based and or go beyond the weapon to interact with the wielder's abilities or status. Now, I'm going to go and read into that, but you guys, please leave me in the comment section what you guys think. That the Omolon weapons are geared more towards classes and actually how you run your character, and your playstyle for that matter. It's not just the usual where I just go for, okay, what's going to give me the most range, what's going to give me the most damage, what's going to give me the fire, all that stuff. I think you're really going to, with these weapons, you're going to have the ability to select the perks based on whatever class you're running and what your objective is. Is it speed? Is it handling? Is it range? Is it whatever? I don't know. I'm reading into this, but let me know in the comment section. However, I did use the hand cannon for a little bit, and from what I recall from playing, it was very high damage, only had 5 rounds, and kind of reminded me of like a Timmer's Lash, in that it's very, very high damage. You can't miss your shots, because if someone nails you with a pulse rifle, or you try to use it against someone with a fast-firing pulse rifle, you're dead. Alright, then lastly, we're all familiar with the Suros, used to be my favorite auto rifle, the Suros Regiment. That's French and Spanish, right? Stupid joke. Yeah, I got to play with the Suros Pulse Rifle, and it sounded just like a Suros Regime in terms of the pew-pew. Oh god, I'm failing at this right now. But it did sound like a Suros. I did use the rocket launcher. If you go back to my video where I go through all the perks of all the weapons, the rocket launcher wasn't that great, or at least the perks it had on this particular build were not that great. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Suros, I'm generalizing of course, that Suros is kind of like the hybrid between the Hakke and also the Omolon, because they look good, they sound good, but also gives you some more customization. So let's read off the tactical analysis. So some say the best weapon for a Guardian is the one that they can customize to match their intent. Suros believes in options, weapons that can be repurposed for a variety of combat situations. Suros, I always say Suros, I gotta roll my R's. Suros Talent Grid offers 2 columns of 2 stat perks, granting more options for changing weapon stats than any other foundry. The single behavior perk is grounded in the middle of the talent grid as a focus point for the weapon's core potential. If you want a weapon that can flex from CQ to ranged, quick to powerful, fast handling to hard hitting, all with the swap of a few nodes, go with Suros. Then we get some more teases at the end, guys, where classes will have their own guns. We're also going to be getting quests that will lead us to specific guns. Then he also thrown that the gunsmith will have a new way to include you in his enterprise. However, I do go over all that in that. I know I keep plugging that video, but yeah, go watch my video where I go through all the weapons that were available to us, and I go through and talk about all the perks. Okay, not all of them were available to us when we actually played this build, but you can kind of see where they're going with all the different talent grids and how you can really change things up. Then lastly, in the Bungie Weekly Update, they're having a Destiny Year 1 art contest where they'll be giving away 7 of the collector's editions of the Taken King. I know I got mine on order. And then 50 of the blacksmith shaders. Sorry guys, I am all out of them. You know, I should have even kept the one that I kept for myself. Poria gave me one when he found out that I gave all of them away and didn't keep one for myself. I should have given that one away because I don't even use it. I'm all about Future War Cult since I have all the pneumatica shaders. Oh god, I'm in total babble mode. Alright guys, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Kindly share it if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, which will be on YouTube. And that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.